Hello, everybody. Welcome to this very special stream. Uh, we are gonna be playing some Call of Cthulhu, ran by the lovely Frog Prince.
Oh, I'm lovely.
Yeah. We're gonna yee and haw all the way to the grave. That's pretty much all that you need to know. As you can see, I'm dressed for the occasion.
Love it.
Alrighty. I mean, I'm good to go. let's do this.
You
Hey,
good to
yo,
go?
Gin with the sub, though?
Are you ready to yin hop?
I am ready to yee and haw. Maybe
All
even
right.
howdy.
All right. I feel like I'm forgetting something. Okay. Well, everyone on my stream, this is Vescaprola. I have streamed with him previously, and this is his first game of Call of Cthulhu. So this is his first rodeo in that regard. And while I have been running Call of Cthulhu games, oh gosh, since my first Call of Cthulhu game I ran last year on Halloween, so almost a
Fitting.
year, almost.
That being said, I'm not inexperienced
Oh,
in the realm of tabletop role playing games.
this is your first rodeo with Call of Cthulhu, but this is my first rodeo into the Wild West.
Yeah, I'm
It's
ready
gonna be
to yee and
exciting.
haw.
I have never done this before.
You gotta do great.
Okay. All right. So I don't know how many people we have who have never heard of Call of Cthulhu or know what it's all about, but I always go through the rules real quick. Tells you a little bit of how to play the game. So here we go. You are an investigator for the truth. A mystery will be presented to you, and if you want to survive, finding clues and looking for ways to aid your situation is crucial. When asked to roll for a skill, your goal is to roll below your skill level. If asked to roll hard, you have to roll below half your skill level, and if asked to roll extreme, you have to roll below a fifth of your skill level. These levels all reveal different rates of success and the kind of information you may divulge from your inquiries. If you fail a roll, you can spend luck points to make your roll a pass, or you can choose to push the roll and just straight up roll again. However, remember, a failed push roll is the greatest risk you can take in Call of Cthulhu. The consequences for your failure is set to max and can and often are fatal. Your hit points are low and your sanity hangs in the balance. Lose 5 sanity points in one of my sessions, you will suffer a bout of uncontrollable madness, which can result in compulsive movements or actions that you have no way to avoid. Continue to lose sanity points and you may develop a mania or phobia. Passing your sanity roll doesn't always mean you won't lose sanity. It sometimes just means you'll only lose the bare minimum. You cannot use luck or push sanity rolls. You cannot use luck or push a roll over a 96. This is considered a fumble or a critical fail. Now, there's always some boons to participating in one of my streams. Chat, you can redeem luck points to help Bosco out if Bosco is struggling to get some passes. You can also ask for random sanity checks. I have that turned on,
Oh
and you can
no.
make it struggle even more. I have turned off my mythos multiplier because this is gonna be rough anyway.
Yeah, I'm a single old man going into the fray here.
But yeah, if you're in my stream chat, you are welcome to help or hinder our sheriff in town today. We are playing a Wild West version of Call of Cthulhu. It is not Down Darker Trails because I do not have that yet. But if you want to see me play more Wild West games, consider checking out my throne because I do not have all of the special fun things for Down Darker Trails yet.
Hashtag always be plugging.
Always be plugging. Now, this I have noticed. Reopen this because my dice roller popped out as it do sometimes. So there we go. There's roll 20. So we can see what our sheriff is doing. And now I am going to begin. This beginning bit is a lot of talking. I do apologize.
Uh,
All right, here we
before
go.
before we begin, actually, can you do me a favor and maybe like just increase this like a smidge of your sensitivity on Discord? It sounds like you're breaking up just a tiny bit, but not like a disconnection. Just like it's not picking up your voice.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry. Like it just started since we actually started streaming, and I'm like, oh no.
Huh. Oh, my mic is up super high end on OBS. Maybe it's doing some sort of interference.
Okay.
I will also turn down my gain a little bit and just move closer.
ASMR frog, let's go.
ASMR frog, yeah. Is that
Awesome.
what you wanted?
Yes.
Okay, if you have any audio issues, tell me when I pause.
Okay. Yeah, we should be good. I
Okay.
think. Hopefully. Crossing fingers now.
Okay. Our tale begins in the small mining town of Crimson Pass. Crimson Pass is a boom town of the West, springing up on the edge of Old Carter Creek, just east of the Rio Grande in West Texas. It's home to many frontiersmen who headed for the western hills in search of better lives as the railroad stretched across the unknown horizon. What those men who weathered the heat and wide expanse found in Crimson Pass was nothing short of lucky. For it was in 1845, on one particularly dry and dusty day, old Grayson Jack struck something just a little too glittery to be gold in the gaping maw of the gulch that would later bear his name. What Grayson found sparkled just a little bit brighter than your mom's wedding ring, spotted a much finer pittance to line his pocket that day. It was less than a year later that Old Carter Creek was renamed to Diamond Creek, and the red clay and soil of the gulch was turned, pounded, and shaped to make the foundations for the town that would be Crimson Path. Our little mining town attracted a lot of attention over the years, as the ravine walls were pitted on both sides of the small river by miners coming from all walks of life. Iron came freely, and diamonds, well, you had to work real hard for them, but they were there, and many men did work hard, digging their graves deep, deep beneath the earth. Crimson Pass is exactly what you would expect from a town that sprouted from nothing in the clay packed creek beds of the Wild West. Now, as we enter the year 1881, we find the hustle and bustle of the slime shafts a bit more quiet. The town has a life of its own, though, and it's still getting along all right, I think. Some folks have found themselves traveling up the ravine to more fertile land to start themselves a life of agriculture, while others have taken to a life just sticking around town. Now, speaking of town, as you enter Crimson Pass, you notice the usual idyllic and rough nature of western towns here in the West Texas circa 1881. People and horses pass by you, going about their daily business, and the occasional drunk blabbers senseless words from the side alleys between the narrow buildings. Most of the structures in the center of the town and beyond appear to be sturdy and well built for permanent settlement. The main street is cobbled together with nice, tough stones pounded flat, creating a paved road. This is the only street like that, of course. Any avenue off the beaten path, and you'll just find dust and clay caking your boots in seconds. The houses and other buildings beyond the main strip appear to be rough and hastily built. It's evident that this was a much smaller town which has seen a boom in sudden growth as the mines flourished. Our town has no railroad passing through because of the rough terrain of the ravine. It was built along and is accessible only through horse and stagecoach. Crimson Pass has a house of God, a sheriff's office, town hall, saloon, general store, butcher, and we even got a barber shop. That's a big town. Today is June 1st, 1881. It's a sweltering summer day in Crimson Pass. It's a dry one, where the dust cakes thick in the air. Our local sheriff is returning to town today after a 5-day excursion to the nearby town of Claxton. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Sheriff Hodgson, as you return to the sheriff's station this hot Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. Sheriff Hodgson is a middle-aged gentleman, perhaps getting a little towards the higher end of middle. Salt and pepper coats his finely groomed mustache, as well as his very neatly kept hair. Although I imagine in the heat it has become a little messy due to sweat and the wind. He has seen many years of being the sheriff, and before that, the deputy, and even before that, a soldier. Um, and you can see it like on his face. Some deep lines coat his like kind of force a permanent frown on his face, and otherwise, he is a very average-looking full gentleman, like brown hair, well, dark brown hair, brown eyes, lightly tan from being in Texas for his entire life.
So,
The works.
so I'd like to ask, Crimson Pass has been standing for about 36 years now. Percy's been here the whole time.
No, I think he moved to Crimson Pass after a certain need has emerged after the boom. Um, I imagine he was in one of the other kind of boom towns of Texas, be it for iron, gold, or oil. Um, Before he moved over to Crimson Pass and became the sheriff here.
Okay. And I'm curious, what's Percy's level of loyalty to the townsfolk?
Pretty damn loyal,
Is
I would
he pretty
say.
caring and competent?
Yeah, he cares deeply for like being a sheriff is not just a job to him, it is like a way of like showing his thankfulness to the town. So like I think to some extent he tries to memorize every like common like VP customer, I suppose you can say. It's like name and like what they do. Like if he's inside the town, he tries to greet you by name, like that kind of loyalty.
Okay. All right. All right. So you're entering the sheriff's office. You've been out of town for a couple of days, down in Claxton. That's where your stepsister lives, and she's with child right now, so you need to check in
Mm.
on her. She asked of it. You enter the sheriff's office. The sheriff's office is a rugged wooden building with a large desk right at the front and center. It's modest and built to serve its purpose, with very little decoration. Behind a half wall, there are 4 simple cells for outlaws, and further in, a tucked away storage room that also holds all the necessary outfittings for our good lawmen here. Currently, standing behind the desk is a younger man in his early 30s with ashy blonde hair and an unruly amount of freckles across his nose. And this is your deputy, Teddy or Tex Parrington. And he looks up and his face immediately brightens. He looks tired. He says, Sheriff, I'm glad you're back. I was just looking into something Ma Baker came to me with. It seems like some of the Baker kids went poking around the old abandoned Goodyear house near the edge of the gulch, and they came clambering home last night, well past supper time, shaking and blabbering nonsense. And one of them kids' legs was right torn up pretty good. She can't get a straight answer out of any of them though. Those kids are quaking like rattlesnake tails. Something's going on.
I see. And like he takes off his hat and like he hangs it up. Well, I suppose we should check it out. We don't want no kids getting hurt again. Uh, are they around currently? I assume they're at home.
Should I say that again? You broke up.
Oh, well, I suppose we should check it out. We don't want no no more kids getting hurt. I assume the big kids are at their home currently. Might want to
The
try to
Baker,
get some answers from them ourselves, you know?
yeah, they're off on home. Mirabelle came by and she said her bit and then ran back home to tend to poor Avery. He's in bad shape, but we can go there and try and get some answers ourselves.
I think that might be a good choice to do. After all, I
Okay.
mean, I assume it might have been just some wild animal taking up residency in that old house. But you know, never a bad thing being too careful.
All right. So you decide to go visit the Baker house. It's not too far actually. Mirabelle Baker is the wife of Anderson, who runs the general store. So they live pretty close to the main strip. Um, as you're arriving at the Baker house, you pass the town doctor along the way. He is short, stout man with formidable mustache and red cheeks. His brows knit together in frustration, but he manages to give you a little smile and a tip of the hat when he sees you. He says, "Oh man, I haven't seen anything like that, Sheriff. That kid looks like he got in a tussle with a rabid dog, but it's no sign of any dog I've ever seen before."
Could have been a wolf, or I mean, I know it's kind of rare to see a mountain lion this far south, but maybe something like that.
The doctor doesn't look convinced, but he's gonna go along his way. And you're gonna enter the Baker home. Um, or you're going to knock, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just like barge in. Like I feel like Percy would be very polite in most of his mannerisms, so like he'd probably knock first.
He's very polite, but you put a lot in intimidate.
Yeah, I mean it's that kind of it's that southern hospitality version of intimidation.
Oh, bless his heart. All right, so you give a good knock, and Mirabelle Baker answers the door. She looks disheveled, very flustered. Oh, oh, Sheriff, come on in, come on in. Uh, she gestures for you to come in and takes a few steps back. The Baker home is comfortable, cozy. Like I said, it's the end of the main town, right at the end of town where it's nice and quiet. Um, Mirabelle's fretting about to and fro in the living room, and her 12-year-old son Avery is sprawled out on the couch. He has his leg propped up on a bunch of cushions and pillows, and you can see that it's recently been bandaged, but even even though this is like very well taken care of, from the bandage from his knee to his ankle, you can already start to see signs of blood coming through. Uh, Sweat beads the poor kid's forehead as his eyes widen and he sees you come in. He instantly pales and looks nervous. What do you want to do?
No need for that, son. But you're not in trouble or nothing. We're just here to ask some simple questions.
You want to roll persuade or
Yeah.
charm?
Oh, let's see which one's higher. Persuade, definitely persuade. So I assume it just but how do I roll for
You just gotta click
persuade?
on it.
Just click on it. It's just regular option.
Hmm. Or you could, I always leave it up for both, just so you can see what the other numbers are. It makes you not in edit mode.
Oh, I am 100% in edit mode. That's why it wasn't working. Okay.
Hmm.
That's a failure, baby.
Would you like to spend a single luck
Yes,
point?
I would like to spend a single luck point. So I'm at 54 luck now. Oh, that's the wrong
First
place.
roll, luck was used.
It's a
I love
great
to see
sign.
it.
Great sign.
It is fantastic. Here you go.
All right, I
There you go.
succeeded. Luck was used. Let's go.
So, you live in a town with people. You lower yourself so that the kid's not so frightened and bring yourself to his level. And you've already addressed him with a nice, softer tone. Um, what, what do you want to say to persuade him, or what kind of information you want to get from him?
Now, son, listen, you're not in trouble or nothing here. You're just, I just want to make sure that this doesn't happen to anyone else. I understand. So, I need you to speak clear and concise. Tell me exactly what happened here. And he like gestures at Avery's leg.
So again, this is a 12-year-old little boy. He's a little bit on the short and scrawny side, and he's just gonna he looks at you and he nods like in agreement as you're talking, and then he just stops. And after a few minutes, he just bursts into tears, and his entire guard is just crumbled around him, and he just starts sobbing. He's like, we're sorry. We shouldn't have left her. It's all our fault.
Left who?
Dana went into the house with us, and she wasn't fast enough. We had to get out, and it was coming for us, and we had to get out. And he just starts sobbing harder.
I'm gonna like, I'm going to like rub his shoulder, like try to like console him a bit.
Um, so go ahead and give me a no roll, which would be education, to see what you know.
So it's just an education roll.
Yeah.
Okay. Success.
Close.
Yeah, a little bit, a little too close for comfort, huh?
Yeah. You had to think about
Yeah.
it. You had to think. You had to think about what the kids are all about these days. Um,
The modern slang.
so you scratch your chin at the name of Dana, as you console the child, and you realize Dana, uh, Dana Levy, the 11-year-old daughter of Mayor Paxton Levy, and she is often found hanging around the Baker boys.
Well, this is I like is Teddy here?
Yes, yeah, he's standing nearby. He's got a notebook. He's like writing this all down. He's scribbling on his notepad really hard, which is saying a lot because the kid only said 2 sentences.
I mean, a lot was said in 2 sentences. All right.
Tex leans in. He's like, your deputy leans in. He's like, maybe she's gone home.
I reckon that might be the next place we stop by. Make sure that if she is home, one, she's okay, and if not, well, we now know what situation she might be in.
Okay.
Now,
Avery's just beside himself. He's like, I'm so sorry.
Avery, it's okay. I lean down again to get on his level. Listen, son, I'm gonna be straight with you here. What you did was a stupid thing. We don't let you kids in that area for a specific reason, and now, well, you know why. So, remember in the future when your leg heals up with you and your brothers, stay in the places we tell you to play, just so you don't get attacked by whatever attacked you, or anything worse. I mean, you know how it is out here. And like I give him like kind of like a reassuring smile, and he's like, "Now, I'm willing to let let it slide, but you gotta promise me to heal up, and next time you are playing, you just think twice, okay?"
He sniffles a bit. Um, and you're about to get up and move away from him, and you get a tug on your shirt sleeve from the other side. Uh, and, and Avery's twin brother Dustin is standing next to you. He seems to be trying to get your attention, and he's shifting his eyes back and forth. He's like, I know what it was that got us. And he's like whispering hoarsely, and he looks really scared.
I'm gonna lean down like I was with Avery, but this time I'm gonna like instead of like looking him in the eyes, I'm going to like offer my ear to him and like hold up my hand so like so like if he needs to whisper, he can like go behind my hand.
Your deputy's like leaning over you, like a freaking Nosferatu, like with his
I'm just gonna
notepad.
with my free hand. I'm just gonna like kind of like shoot him away.
I'm just doing my job.
I know. You're doing a great job now. You know how it is sometimes with these kids.
And Dustin whispers to you. He says, it was a tulpa, like in the witch books, and all the things were moving on their own." He mutters to you in a frightened whisper.
A tulpa.
Go ahead, give me a cult roll.
Oh, I actually have something in a cult.
You did. Oh, you asked for it.
I did. I even justified it and everything. That was a failure by a lot. I don't think I can. I don't have luck for this. I just failed super hard. That's all that happened there.
You nod to Dustin. You have no idea what he's talking about.
I imagine Percy is reading this as a traumatized kid trying to rationalize what happened.
Okay,
Um
that's fair.
so I'm gonna look at him. I'm like, I understand, son. When I go check out that house, especially if your friends are still there, I'll watch out for this Tolka.
Opa.
Tulpa, and I like glance at text to write down Tulpa, but like I have no idea what that is, so I'm like, I kind
Tex
of like
clearly
shrug.
does not know how to spell this, and he's just sort of staring at you.
Uh, what you son? You said that you found this in a witchery book.
He just like nods, like yes, yes, reassuringly, yes. He's 11, 12.
Like how the hell does this kid know how to even read?
Wow.
uh,
Pictures.
son, now you know how we are here. Uh, I see this witchery book of yours? If you have it, of course.
Dustin is going to glance over at his maw. And you're getting the impression that he's probably not supposed to have this book.
I am giving him the impression he's not supposed to have this book. I'm like scowling a bit.
Oh no. He's like, oh, I just borrowed it. It's not mine.
My question still stands. Do you have this book?
This kid no longer wants to communicate with the law.
I'm making this kid into an anarchist.
Like, oh no.
Now, son. Like I said, you and your brother are not in trouble. But if it might have something to do with this investigation, uh, it is of importance that you tell me, or even better yet, show me where you have such an item.
You're gonna just roll persuade.
I could roll persuade again.
I'm gonna give it to you, but I want to see how much I give to you.
Wow. I'm loving this. Feeling great. I'm not gonna use luck.
It's
I'm just
not.
gonna
No,
let this happen.
it's funny. Like, so Dustin like gives you an uncertain look, and it just goes away and comes back with a book. Um, and it's like one of those encyclopedia books that have like a picture for every entry. Um,
So
and
that's how he read it.
wow.
Listen, it's the 1800s in Texas. Literacy was not that high for children.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of pictures. But it's one of those like encyclopedia books where like every page or every few pages is like this is the subject
Hmm.
kind of thing.
I get it.
Yeah, and he'll flip through to where the tulpa is clearly displayed on the book. And you're you're a you're a god
I'm,
respecting man.
I'm
This
more
is
like
just
God
a
fearing.
boogeyman. The a tulpa is just a it's a boogeyman. It's a spirit brought to life through someone's imagination.
Hmm. I'm gonna like I'm not even gonna like ask Teddy to write this down because I don't think it has anything to do with the investigation. I think I'm just gonna take a mental note myself for that. Because I still think I'm running with the theory that it might have been like a rabid animal of some variety rather than a literal spirit. Um, so I'm gonna like nod to Dustin and I'm gonna like thank him for what he's doing. I'm gonna stand up, you know, straighten out my shirt. I'm gonna look over. Mother's name was Mary. I want to say Mary Beth, but I know that's not right because that's my character.
Mirabelle.
Maribel, okay,
Mirabelle.
Maribel. I'm just gonna be like, uh, next time church comes around, maybe get Dustin here a little bit of a confessional of some variety. I mean, I don't think he believes this much himself, but definitely not no books that a young one such as him should be reading.
I'll mind mine and you mind yours, Sheriff, but thank you.
I mean, of course. My
I just
apologies.
I just checked Tex's character sheet and he has like a 20 in English, so he might just be drawing pictures in his notepad.
Well, and like I'm gonna just kind of like, you know, once again I'm like straightening out my uniform from like crouching like for like 10 minutes straight. I'm gonna be like, well, I'll I'm gonna stop by the mayor's office, but rest assured, ma'am, I'm gonna investigate to see what happened to your sons, and make sure Avery here is getting well rested, and let me know if anything else malicious occurs. And with that, I'm just gonna like kind of make my own leave.
Okay. And you know you'll be bid goodbye by Maribel Baker. She
Mm.
she holds no ill will against you. You're pretty well liked around town. Um, but yeah, talk to some kids. You did
I'm.
pretty.
Oops, sorry.
You failed a lot of roles, but you did pretty good.
Yeah, man, this is a great vibe so far.
Mm,
Um, I would like to go to the mayor's office now,
okay.
or like the
Okay.
mayor's house. I'm not sure where I might be able to inquire about his daughter.
Okay. I have issues. All right. So, you want to inquire about Dana,
Yeah.
who you have gathered from Dustin and Avery was out exploring, air quotes, the old abandoned ranch house on the edge of town with them, and they left her behind. So you're gonna head towards Town Hall. The Town Hall of Crimson Pass is small and can be found at the far end of the main road, closest to the riverbed that makes up Diamond Creek. Here, the cobblestone widens and forms a circular plaza where market carts and the occasional traveling salesman can put up a shop for the afternoon. It's obviously quite a bit better maintained than the rest of the strip. After all, a town hall should always look proper for visitors. Like many towns cultivated here in the West, the town municipal is run out of the same courtyard as the mayor's house, found at the end of the plaza. And this is because if you need to talk to a man of the town, there's only one place you can really look, because it's not a very big town. So you head towards the mayor's house, and you are ushered through. Sheriff always has top priority when he's to talk to the mayor. They understand that you're a very busy man. The mayor's a very busy man. Get you in, get you out. So you are brought to and led towards the manor courtyard. And there is like a little picket fence that's got a little area sectioned off, and you see a short man, kind of lean, and he's got like a big hat and some nice mutton chops with a formidable mustache. I always like formidable mustaches. That's the second one I've mentioned. Joyful eyes. Mayor Levy's pink cheeks are often upturned into a lopsided smirk. He has a cigar dangling between his lips. You'll find him sitting in the courtyard where there is a small iron garden table. Tax papers and manila folders cover the tabletop, as well as a second chair that sits beside him, and more boxes of paper are nearby. He's clearly looking for something. At his immediate left stands a servant with a tray filled with refreshments and his untouched lunch. He pays her no mind, though, and he waves a folder in front of his face, trying to get a cool draft his way, because it is a hot afternoon. Mayor Levy, Mayor Sir, says Tex. And he waves his hands, trying to get his attention for you.
I'm just gonna walk up behind, like walk up to them. I imagine I'm just gonna like, give like a small tap on the mayor's shoulder. His name was Mayor Levy.
Yeah, Mayor Levy. Like, Sheriff Hodgson, what do I owe the pleasure? What do I owe the pleasure?
Well, Mayor Levy, I have recently come upon a case by the Baker family. The Baker boys were got themselves into some trouble, and well, sounds like your daughter might have been involved.
My Dana?
You're Dana.
Stands up and he starts like, shuffling the papers and like organizing them and tapping the folders down on the table, um, leaving them there and then putting his hands on his hips like, what's going on? She was supposed to be staying over at their house this last evening.
Well, you see, the Baker boys were what was the house called again? Like the old.
They were messing around in the old Goodyear Manor. The old Goodyear ranch house.
Ah.
Yeah.
Well, the Baker boys were and Dinah were exploring, and I do like quotation marks, the old Goodyear ranch, and well, Avery got himself hurt pretty bad, if I'd say so myself. Not much for of a doctor, but even I could tell that that kid's leg's probably not gonna be walking straight for the rest of his life.
And all about my Dana.
Apparently, whatever did that, they left her behind.
They left my sweet girl behind in some old house that's crumbling on the edge of town?
Now, I just wanted to make sure that that rumor was true. I mean, after all, they are kids. You could hide their own clothes away for a while, and they probably would forget they existed. Now, I wanted to make sure that your daughter may have not come home after such a traumatic event, after all. And if not,
No,
well, I am stopping by the house next time, because if it's a wild animal, we can't have that even in nearby our town.
he does one of those full like shaking of the shoulders, shaking of the face, kind of shakes of his head. He's just like, "Oh no, no, no! Dana hasn't been back. I thought she was still at the boy's house." And he like turns to the servant girl now that he was previously ignoring, and she's like, "She hasn't come in now, has she?" And the girl shakes her head no, like looking a little bit alarmed. Like, what is she supposed to do about that? As you can already tell that her master's not gonna be too pleased for the rest of the day, obviously.
Mm.
Um, so Mayor Paxton looks a little bit beside himself. He's a bit of an actions man. He likes to see things get done and get done quickly. But he's obviously not gonna go running around in an old abandoned house. He's like, "Well, we got the town hall here. You want to get those blueprints for the house, and you're gonna go get my baby girl out of there?"
Yeah, that is looking about the shape of it at this point.
All right. So he will wave over someone from the town hall side. I say wave over, but he's definitely one of those men who just sort of like leans back and just shouts until someone comes.
Yeah, I know exactly the type of person you're talking about.
He's just like, "Hey, Edith! Edith, over here, Edith!" He's like yelling for his poor secretary. He's probably not even nearby.
Incredibly
Still should have
overworked
showed.
secretary.
Um, so she comes hustling over and she takes you across the courtyard to where the municipal building would keep all of the town records. And we're not going to get too deep into this. I'm not going to like have you role play sitting on a table flipping through papers. Why don't you just um give me like a library use roll? It means you're looking through papers.
Library. Let's see what that is. I don't think I put anything into that, so it's gonna probably be bad. What? Oh, there it is. That's listen. I'm dumb.
Ooh.
I pressed the wrong one by accident. I'm going to re-roll.
Sheriff just leans his ear up against the filing
Yeah,
cabinet.
I'm listening so hard to this goddamned book. You have no idea. Well,
A failed library use
that's
means that
about yeah, that's about the shape of it.
okay, so there's a lot of things that a failed library use roll will indicate. One of the things is it's been 3 hours.
Oh my god.
um, so I'm gonna roll with that consequence, and I'm still gonna give you what you came here for because you're gonna need it. So after 3 hours of going through the town records, which are completely disorganized, there is no sorts of organization here whatsoever. Even the poor secretary doesn't seem to know what's what. You got newspapers filed in with house records and deeds, and death certificates are a whole nother story. Um, you finally manage to find a folder about the Goodyear house, and you get the floor plans and a map. You also get a little bit of information about the Goodyear house, and this is what you find. The Goodyear house belonged to a pair of brothers from the East Coast. It was built by Harvey and Walter with their daddy's money. The two men were recluses and kept to themselves, working the lands around their property, and only came into town at night to cause a stir at the saloon after hours. Um, let me. Oh, oh, let me do it anyway. So you get that much, and it's not very much, and you're just like sitting there scratching your head, like this is no information whatsoever. Just I don't even know when this house was built.
Yeah, this is not
And
OSHA
then
compliant.
Tex comes running up, and he's like, Sheriff, look what I found! Look what I found!"
Yeah.
And it's a little bit more information. He got a 30,
Oh
but I said he
wow.
can't read, so I don't know what that means.
He can read. He sees the pictures and he's like, "Oh hell yeah, this vibe is immaculate."
Yeah, so text comes running up and he's got some more information about the house for you. Uh, this is an old ranch house. It's one of the oldest buildings around. It's about 30 years, 30 to 35 years, and still standing even after the rock slide of 78. It was erected with the money of Hiram Goodyear, a wealthy man from the East Low Country seeking more profit along the western hills. He sent his two sons out west with money lined pockets and a diamond stemmed dream, but he forgot to communicate to his two dim-witted sons exactly how to go about extracting that from the land, and their money dried up pretty quickly. Uh, the building is a little East Coast plantation house built on the edge of Crimson Pass. Went from being an aesthetically designed vacation home to an actual house that they had to work in and turn into a ranch house while they worked the soil for their own livelihood. From the records you found, you know that Harvey and Walter lived there. They're brothers. At some point, um, which would require more paperwork, not that important. uh, Harvey married someone named Winifred Adler, and she moved into the house as well. There is no record of them ever leaving the house. There's no record of like any death certificates or anything. Um, but it is town knowledge that that house has been abandoned and not used in like at least 7 years. Of course, you go around town and it fluctuates 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. Small town rumors.
Still,
But
just the fact that it has been abandoned, but there's no like sale certificates, death certificates, anything like that.
no, no, it's a little bit of a ways. It's like pushed back against the gulch. It's like got the shadow of the cliffs overhanging it, whereas the rest of the town's a little bit more front and center, right at the creek's edge.
I think this is. I'm gonna like kind of like he's just gonna like rub his chin and he's like, Tex, I don't like the way this thing is shaping up. It's doesn't add up. Or at least something doesn't add up here. Mainly saying none of these the folks used to live here, the Goodyear family or clan, none of them actually left. No death certificates, sales certificates, anything like that. Yet I was been abandoned for as long as I've been here.
I heard rumors about them. I thought they passed away, but
What kind of
yeah, they
rumor?
it's just saloon talk. They never really came in town. Uh, they were old folks though. They were old folks. You cross reference the pages and you're like, these gentlemen were probably like pushing 60.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, my
Old folks is
I would
text.
like to go one last stop before we head over to the town, or to the Goodyear Ranch.
Okay.
I
Where
would
do you
like
want
to
to go?
I would like to go to the church.
Oh, what for?
I one this is starting to feel weird, and I just want to get like a quick like little prayer out before we do whatever we do. I want to see, assuming like the priest, the father is in the town currently or available. I would like to see, or more accurately, ask uh, if the Goodyears ever stopped by the the church, or if they never attended a session.
Okay. All right. All right. So you're gonna head down to the chapel. It's a small thing, small, modest little chapel.
Mm-hmm.
And I, I did not make a reference, so I'm just gonna have to pull a name out of thin air.
Pennyworth.
Hold on, I have a list of names. Hold on. Hold on. That is a funny name for a reference. Reverend Jeremiah Rose greets you. You've known this man. You're a churchgoer man. You've met him many times. He's like, something I could do for you, Sheriff. Are you here to pray?
Well, Father, yes, but I'm actually here also on official business. You see, Baker family has come upon a malady of some variety, and Avery got hurt. Mayor's daughter is missing, and it's all happening at the Goodyear Ranch. And I want to know if
the old Goodyear estate.
yeah, I just wanted to check in because I didn't know the Goodyears that well personally, but I wanted to see if you had any memory of them attending a ceremony here of any variety.
Hmm. Hmm. Do he? Do he? Let's see. That is not the right dice. There you go. Yeah, it's a pass. He's like, good year, good year. Oh, you're talking about Walter and Harvey and Winifred. Oh, I haven't seen them in years. It's been years. I'll tell you what I know though. Walter was a deeply religious man. He had all sorts of questions, always asking about passages and asking if I could explain a little further. Oh, no, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But then Harvey, that wife of his, I don't know. She stopped coming long before they did. I think she was a bit touched. I wasn't sure if he was trying to hide her away or if she just didn't want to be near people anymore. But there was something about her. This was wow, like 6, 7 years ago, maybe. When was the
Hmm.
last time I saw them? 75, 76.
Hmm.
Yeah, something like that.
I see. Thank you, Father. Oh, but before I make my way, Dustin Baker, apparently the boys got their hands on some witchcraft book. Uh, I didn't dig too deeply. They seemed to be mighty traumatized, to say the least, already. And well, I'm I suppose this is a personal request. Next time they come to church, make sure you give the boys a little extra of God's grace.
Absolutely, Sheriff. Absolutely.
I'm just gonna give him a quick nod and
Mhm.
thank him and send out a quick prayer.
Right.
Uh,
He'll do one of those like really hearty pats on the shoulders that sort
yeah,
of always makes you feel like you're gonna fall over, but you
yeah,
wanna
the
like,
priestly pat.
yeah.
Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm just gonna say like a quick prayer. I'm gonna do like the cross with my hands on my body, like head.
Okay. Give me a spot hidden. Give me your first spot hidden.
Ooh, I'm actually pretty good at that.
Yeah. Don't jinx me. Is that?
Hey, that's
Ooh.
another really good roll.
Uh, it's funny that this is what you asked for, though, because it wasn't supposed to be that difficult, and you see it all.
I see atoms
Like, I
themselves.
see you. I see you. So you take a spot at a pew and you say a quick prayer. And as you're finishing up your amens and getting ready to get up, you see movement out of the corner of your eye, and you tilt your head just a little bit, and there is a haggard old woman who you've seen about town. She's a bit of a drifter, and she's just eyeballing you with the craziest look on her face. You don't know how long she's been staring at you, but you got a feeling it's been a while.
Ma'am, go like raise an eyebrow, be like, ma'am, is everything
You're
all
gonna,
right?
you're gonna need this. You're gonna need this right here. She says, and she like points to her Bible like very intently. Like this right, you need this, and you,
I'm
what do you do?
that's a great
Awkward as a
question. That's a great question.
very
uh,
awkward interaction.
ma'am,
You you need what's in here, she says, and she shoves this Bible at you, and it's like one of those really old Bibles that's been heavily thumbed through.
I'm gonna
And
open
she
to see
just
if there's a
like
hooch bottle inside. It feels like this is a woman who maybe like drunk something bad.
you open the Bible, and because it's been opened so many times to the same page, like the spine creaks and cracks, and directly in the middle.
Mhm.
Um, it's just it's an old book, and if you ever handle Bibles, they're not built to last.
Yeah, yeah.
You open the Bible and it immediately falls open on this page, and there is a folded piece of paper inside. And you see this
um,
a strange symbol with three Y's meeting to encircle an eye.
is that on the folded piece of paper, or was that like inside after I unfolded the paper?
It was folded. It probably wasn't folded. Probably a small piece of paper. So you
Okay,
open
so
it up, and
I
it's right
just
there.
see whatever the fuck that is.
Hmm.
Um, I imagine this uh disturbs me a bit. I'm like, oh,
She's gone.
eh, she's just like gone already.
She's fucking gone.
Damn, that old one got legs. uh, I like look around myself, and I just like take the piece of paper, and I also take the Bible. I'm gonna tuck the piece of paper into my breast pocket. Probably like not against my chest directly, probably like in front of like I assume I have like a little handkerchief there that like occasionally I use like pat off my brow and stuff like that. And then I'm gonna take my like just the Bible itself because free Bible. And this I had a bad feeling about this already, and like this has not helped with that feeling at all. So
Gareth adds it to his inventory.
yeah, so um with that, I think I'm gonna take Tex and I to the Goodyear because I still assume there's a wild animal here, or maybe like a feral person at this rate. I'm going to bring my Lamat revolver, and I'm gonna have Percy bring the Henry repeater. I'm gonna hand in
Okay.
my repeater and be like, "Now, son, I got this the sights just straightened out on this, so if I, don't drop it."
All right. So we don't actually have that on the character sheet. I'm gonna throw it on there. That's the rifle, right?
Yeah, the Henry repeater is a rifle. It is.
Let me throw that on there.
I
It
think I
should
think
be.
there's like 12 shots in the Henry repeater.
Yeah, I remember looking at it. And rifles. Yes. 5 yards. Ooh, that is not what I wanted. Hit.
And fun fact
110.
for while this is happening, chat, the Henry repeater is the first mass-produced repeater rifle in the United States, and it is the grandpappy to rifles such as the Winchester.
Grandpappy.
The grandpappy.
I'm just gonna write in Texas possession, but it's on your character sheet. So then, if he hands it over, we don't have to add it later. You
Yeah,
just gotta
yeah.
click on it. There you go.
I get it.
You have 3. Wait, you have your Lamat, you have your Lamat shotgun shell, and you have your rifle.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That is
Okay.
correct. So technically, I have 2 guns, but one
Yeah.
gun is like a ruby gun with a shotgun in the center because America. Actually, Lamat's a French gun, but anyways, because America.
Because America.
Also, Kaden, I know I'm a nerd. Don't worry about it.
Oh wait, this should actually be. Hold on. It should be bigger. It should be
I'm going to
bigger.
close that.
+2. That's what it was. There you go. 1d12 +2.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Keep your deputy close and his gun closer.
Yeah. Technically, my gun. He's just borrowing it.
He's got a good shot. Okay, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, from what you told me.
okay. So, are you gonna head to the old ranch house?
Yeah, I'm gonna. There's no other stops I could think of after the prayer, the mayor, and the bakers. Yo, map,
It's
map, map,
huge. I
map. Wow, it is a huge map. Yeah.
apologize. Yeah. I will also be very transparent. Um this map is from The Haunting, which is set in 1920s, so there are bicycles which are not like that at this point
I
in
think no, I
time.
think there's bicycles like that back in that time
They
period.
don't look like that. I looked them up because I was like, there's bicycles in the
Oh
map.
yeah, it is a little too advanced. We'll just pretend that they.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's what's gonna cause me to have a mental breakdown. Is a way too advanced bicycle.
Everything in this building is just like a little too much.
A little too advanced.
A little too much. All right. So you got the floor plan. So here's your map.
Nice.
You you should give the floor plans to Tex because he seems to be real good with pictures.
I love Tex.
I like that he's really confident, even if he's like not good at like basic things like maybe reading and writing.
I
He's super
mean,
confident. He's got it going. He's
yeah.
as clue
Nah,
as me.
there's a reason why I made him deputy.
Yeah, he's doing good. All right. So let's go to the Goodyear house. Give me a
Woo!
give me a quick second. Okay. The pepperoni was jumping on me.
A
All
pup.
right. The Goodyear house. As I said before, it's an old ranch house. It's modeled like a plantation house on the East Coast just because they had money and that's what they wanted. um, its old brick wood building sits squarely in the shadows of an overhanging cliff along the gulch. Goodyear House was designed to replicate plantation homes with a little bit of a ranch style flair. The white painted siding now is a dingy mix of gray and dark brown, where the red desert dirt dust has clung on and dug into the nooks and crannies of the structure. The small yard is completely overgrown with high, yellowed, sharp desert grass, and it trails along both sides of the house towards the back. It's impressive how the old house holds an imposing presence, drenched in cliffside shadows and covered by twisting dead vine. Mm. You approach the front porch. Approaching the house, there's a bloated, dry rotten ridden front porch that grants you access to the front door. On trying the door, it it rattles, and then it doesn't budge.
Hmm.
Tex is like, "Oh wait, I got it. It was in that folder there." And he pulls out a key that had been taped to the manila folder.
Good job, Tex.
He's so good. He's so
Yeah,
good.
give him a good old pat on the back.
You put the key in, and it turns and unlocks the old knob with ease. However, it becomes apparent that there is some resistance. 3 slide bolts have been added to the door from the inside, and you can see it when you push the door ajar a little bit. Give me your luck roll.
Luck.
Luck. Luck.
Hey.
Ooh. You give the door a good sharp push, and the bolts rattle from age, and you manage to essentially, by jittering the door frame, they slide open. Only one of them was actually fully secured, and the door swings open.
I gave it the Percy Hodgson special.
The Percy Hudson special. Do you want to do a spot hidden as you enter the room? The
Yeah,
front door,
like
yeah.
what's the light looking like inside the house?
It it is dark. Um, it's got the shadow of the cliffside. It's not nighttime. You didn't go at nighttime. You
Hmm.
wasted 3 hours at the town hall, but it's not nighttime.
Hmm.
Um, Probably like evening. Uh, so imagine evening light, and then it's just very dark from the shadows of the cliff, and because you're inside a building. Did I? I will throw in your inventory because I believe I hadn't intended to give you one and I just didn't get around to it. You will have a lantern.
I was about to say, do we have a lantern that I can just like
Yeah.
quickly like crack open?
Yeah, you should have a lantern. Or maybe Tex has a lantern. Maybe Tex just carries all of the things.
Yeah, Texas good boy. Good pack mule.
Yeah. Teddy Pennington doing a little half jog up to you and he's like, I got it, Sheriff. Mm. He clicks on a lantern.
Thank you.
So give me a spot hidden.
I'm gonna use some luck since it's
Okay.
like two luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well. 2 luck.
What is used? So you use your spot hidden, and as you step through the front door, your eyes slide to the left and slide to the right, and you notice that there are windows adjacent to each side of the door. And the windows on either end of the front door has scraggly torn curtains. But even more curiously than the fact that they've been dressed up and left that way, you can see boards nailed down on the inside of the house, barring any entrance from the front windows.
Hmm. So there was like there's boards and stuff like on the inside of the
Windows are
house.
boarded up, but they're boarded from the inside. To the windows would be closed and then there would be boards.
Huh. What was the other major thing? Sorry, you got cut out for like a second there.
I think that's it.
That was
I
like
was
the
just
last major thing. Okay, okay.
Yeah, that was it. That was it for the spot.
Um,
Head in.
and I'm gonna like look towards the text real quick. I'm like, there's no one. The house wasn't like boarded up and stuff before it was abandoned, right? Or
Uh not no. It's like he's at a loss. He doesn't really know what to say. He's just like, I mean, why would you board it from the inside? I don't.
exactly. I'm gonna like kind of like look around a little bit and just take a couple more steps inside the house. And I'm gonna yell for the daughter of the mayor, Diane, right?
Dana.
Dana. Sorry. Uh,
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just
You
gonna
gonna
like,
yell for her?
yeah, I'm just gonna be like, Dana.
Oh boy. Let me see. Hold on a minute. I'm throwing you a token on the map.
I will like also real quick to make this known. I feel like I'm very sus of this location. My gun is not out, but my hand is like on the holster. You know what I mean?
Token is huge. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just like
Yeah, you can move around.
like Diana. Gonna kinda. Oh wow.
It's a giant map. Super giant map. Okay. So you're gonna cup your hands to your mouth
Yeah,
and give it a shout.
I'm doing like one hand because my other hand's like on the holster.
Uh-huh. Um, there is no reply.
Well, there goes any hope of that making this easy for us.
Tech steps up behind you and he does it too. A little louder. It's like, Dana.
I don't think she's gonna come to us. Well, I suppose the next best thing is to we'll start looking.
All right.
Let's stick together. I mean,
It's a
after all,
big
there might
house.
be.
Where are we going?
Let's go to these two doors right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like be like towards sex, like we're not gonna split up or anything. After all, there might be a wild animal still in here, and if there is, we should try to take it on together.
You got it, Sheriff. And Tex will walk ahead of you and throw the doors open on the living room. Put yourself in the living room.
Living room. Oh, like
All
is there
right.
anything out of sorts here?
This room contains conventional furnishing, a radio, couch, stuffed chairs, and shelves laden with gewgaws. Love that word. You cannot help but notice the unusual quantities of crosses, images of the Virgin, and other Catholic artifacts.
Huh.
The room is yours to explore.
Is there? Can I do like? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to like ask if I could do like another spot hidden check, but like, is there? Can I do that? Like, because I feel like there's something sus about the amount
You
of
can do
crosses
that.
and stuff in here.
You can do that.
All right, that's a success. 24.
Okay. So you look around the living room and your eyes you holding up your lantern and the light is falling upon everything that is against the walls and the furniture and all that. Your eyes fall on the photos on the walls. You see pictures of Walter and Harvey posing before the fields of the Goodyear estate. The brothers seem happy and content. They seem, like agreeable family members in all their portraits with each other. As you move along the wall, you start to see pictures of Harvey with a beautiful young wife. And there's a couple more photos of them, all three of them together in front of the ranch house, but a lot less of those. Uh, it just seems like they were pretty content and happy being here from the photos. Um, as you move your lantern, the light will fall on a small side table next to an oversized stuffed chair. And it will catch on the metallic casing of a radio. And the second the light falls on the radio, it immediately starts playing.
Oh, I hate this. Okay. I feel like I'm gonna be like, I'll be like taken aback a bit by like, oh shit. I'm
You
gonna
want to give me a sanity roll?
sanity roll. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I guess. Oh, you motherfucker! That is way too bad. I can't use any luck on that. Oh, I can use a lot of luck, or I can just eat it. I'm just gonna eat it. I'm gonna eat it.
No luck on sanity.
Oh yeah, shit. You said no luck on sanity.
Uh,
Well, I guess I gotta eat that horde roll.
you subtract 1 sanity point.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, it's begun. It's begun.
Yeah, oh man, I need to remember not to use my numpad, that's where my faces are attached. Ugh. 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 Okay, I'm set back up. Cool. God. The discordant music too is just, it's I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna like take a step back for a second, and I'm just gonna like look at text and be like, that shouldn't be
Let me roll sanity for text, dude.
Yeah. Also, I apologize.
I'm kind of playing too.
Yeah, I apologize.
That's a 9 to 4.
While he failed, probably.
That's a 9 to 4.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm also gonna I'm gonna be this guy real quick. Radios weren't really a thing in the 80s or 1880s, so I assume it's gonna be
Listen, this house is designed for 1920 scenarios.
Well, you see, I was gonna give you an out because there's a mammogram on the the desk, and that has a record on it. So I'm just gonna I was just gonna say
that's probably the radio that it was indicating, to be honest.
Yeah.
You still get this ugly discordant music.
Yeah. So either way, it works. I just wanted to be that guy for a second. I apologize.
No, it's totally awesome. That's probably what it's indicating, because that's actually in the picture, and there is actually no radio in the picture.
Yeah.
I'm just reading. Listen, I wrote this for a 1920 scenario. It is 1920.
You know, I get it. I mean, it's legitimately not a big deal. That was me being a fucking nerd.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna check to see if Tex is okay, and I'm gonna be like,
Tex is lost a point of sanity. He's not a very strong boy. I think he's gonna take out his gun and he's gonna shoot the fucking radio.
oh my god, I mean that works. I'll be like, I'll be like I'm gonna like present as I'm gonna be like, what in the goddamn are you doing? And then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna pause and I'm like, you're justified in that, but hold your fire next time.
Dude, that was a pass too, and he has a really shitty pistol. he just fucking shot the radio. He's like, fuck this thing.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope.
Like, you're like Tex, Teddy. You're justified, but like just in case it might be the daughter next time, hold your fire. All right. Like that clearly was not. And that turned on by itself because you were next to me and I was next to you. And that thing turned on by itself.
I don't like that shit. I do not like that. And yeah, he points his gun, he shoots it, he gives a nice good shot right in the dead center.
I'm gonna pick up one of the crosses real quick just in case.
You're just collecting.
Yeah, I have a Bible on a cross. I am priest sheriff. Time to be an exorcist,
yeah,
baby.
his
Let's
bullet hits
go.
the square. He wasn't very far from it, and the base of the monogram cracks directly in half. The record goes jittering onto the floor. So he destroyed it. He shot it at point blank.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like take out my handkerchief. I'm just gonna like kind of pat away a little bit of the sweat and the nervous sweat. I'm gonna be like, and like gun is no longer holstered. It like it's unclasped, so like it is. I am like able to quick draw it at this point. And I'm like, Teddy, let's just find the mayor's daughter and get out of here at this point. This place should be condemned in the state it's in, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let's go, Sheriff.
let's go into the dining room next. I assume that's the dining room.
Dining room.
Yeah, because it's like big open hole, right? Makes sense.
Into the dining room. This is the dining room, complete with a long mahogany table, a built-in sideboard, and 7 chairs. The 3 places are set and unused. A cooking pot sits near the table head. What do you want to do? This is like a horror video game. You get to explore. You get to open all the doors.
Can I open the pot?
Sure.
I'm interested. So like you said, like it was. Yeah, I just want to see what's in the pot. I'm curious. I'm sickened but curious.
You lift the lid off of the giant soup pot that is set at the head of the table, and you see scraps of rice soup. Except, wait, no. My mistake. That's not rice. It's wriggling and writhing.
No. Gross. Is there okay? Is there anything else in there? Is there something? Does it look important, or did I just find a rotted soup?
No, it's rice soup.
I'm not taking a sip of that soup. I'm closing the pot. Is there so are there like cabinets? Like does anything seem big enough to might be like maybe be like a hiding spot?
No, the cabinets along the walls, those are like china cabinets, so they have like the open doors you can see right into.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And then this sidebar that looks like it's got a note on it, which is not a handout. It,
I would like to see what's on the note, maybe,
hmm,
if that's
it
fine.
is not a no. I don't know why it
It's
looks
just
like a no.
there.
It's just in the picture.
It's the menu. Yeah, it's just the menu.
Yeah.
Um, it seems like there's nothing out of sorts here, so I might just move on to the kitchen, I presume.
Let me roll for text. You saw nothing.
I didn't. Oh wait, I
Okay.
should probably actually hang on before we move on. I'm just gonna do spot hidden. Cause
That's up to you. It's up to you. I don't feel pressured.
no. I feel like this makes sense because like I'm a sheriff, so I should be like actively trying to investigate stuff just in case.
All right. You want to do spot hidden?
So spot hidden, fail, super hard, cool. I see nothing. Let's move on.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Why don't you give me a listen roll as you move into the kitchen?
Ooh, I can listen. I can listen real good. Like, hey,
You
listen
listening?
never fails, baby. Let's go.
You listening with your big boy ears?
My big boy ears.
You listening?
Was that stomping? Gun's out. Gun is out.
You hear loud thumping on the ceiling above, and as you hear it, you turn to Tex to see if he hears it too, and you can see the dust from the boards above drifting into Tex's hair as something moves above you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna my gun is out. I'm like looking up at the floorboards. I assume based on how heavy it sounded, it's not the sound of a little girl's feet.
No.
Yeah. I'm like, unless she is wearing rocks on her shoes, that is not who we're looking for.
you you think it's some ruffian squatting in the house?
I mean, it could
Jax,
be.
we haven't had any outlaws out here in a good long while.
Well,
You think it's the Red Bandits?
I don't think it's my. That's just a myth. But
Jax would totally buy all of the myths. Absolutely.
that's just a myth. Nah, I
They ride
think
giant red camels.
they're the feral camels. No, I think that. I mean, think about it, right? Like, this would be the perfect spot for ruffians to come and hide. After all, like, no one's been in here for 7 years. They probably scared the shit out of the kids over there. Oh god, they probably have her too.
Tex just starts nodding as he like pulls the rifle off his back.
Good choice. Remember, do not shoot if it's the mayor's daughter. If it's some old guy trying to hold her hostage, aim for his head or his other head. And with that, I am going to leave the kitchen and go up the stairs. Gun is out. I'm practicing. I should say I'm practicing trigger discipline. So my finger is on the side of the gun and not on the trigger. So
Okay. So you're heading towards the upstairs.
yeah, I'm going upstairs.
Tex is doing the thing where he's like slowly behind you and he's like checking both ways, taking his steps backwards, gun at the ready, just in case. I don't think he's trigger happy, but I do think in tense situations he's paranoid.
Yeah, he seems a bit skittish so far.
Yeah. All right. So you start. Why don't you give me a dex roll?
Dexter. Oh, I'm not. I'm an old man. Why must you do this to me?
It's okay. It's
Hey!
fantastic. Oh my
Fantastic. This
gosh.
old man still got legs.
Let me do a dex roll. Oh, I passed too. Oh, look at that. All right. So go ahead and give me a stealth roll. Unless you don't plan on being sneaky.
No. We're being stealth. Oh, we're being sneaky boy. Stealth.
Okay.
Where is stealth?
It's alphabetical order. That helps.
A tiny bit.
Last row, it should be under survival.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, underneath spot hidden. Well. Yeah, no, I'm like I may be an old man with legs at this point, but I'm still like stepping on every creaky stair there is.
So, you start heading up the stairs, and as you do so, you take your steps pretty gingerly, and just as you're about to put your foot down, you pull it back real fast. As you see that one of the steps has completely bowed inwards and broken in the center.
Oh.
And you manage to step around it with ease, gesturing at Tex along the way as he comes up behind you so that he also doesn't step on it. However, to get around that particular spot and not get your legs stuck in the stair, you wind up stepping on the creakiest step on the stairs. The creakiest step on the staircase, and it lets an ungodly groan out in the silence. And for a moment, you hold your breath, and Tex holds his breath, and you suddenly hear the footsteps that you had heard earlier, or the thumping rather, start moving rapidly like footsteps, even louder, and it sounds like they're running away from the stairs.
I'm sprinting up the stairs now.
Run down the stairs.
Yeah, I'm sprinting after the sound.
All right, let's go upstairs.
Woo! We're totally not gonna die.
Let's go upstairs. Welcome to the upstairs. It's not very big.
No.
I'm so scared.
That's a great sign. That's a great sign, everybody.
Oh gosh. All right, y'all. We upstairs, damn. All right. Well, you don't see anyone coming upstairs. You don't hear anyone now that you're on the landing. What?
Gun is still in the air. Finger is still on the side of the gun. I'm just gonna call out. My name is Sheriff Percy Hodgson. I am the sheriff of Crimson Pass, and by my decree, if you are not the mayor's daughter, best come out with your hands up.
You see anyone, Sheriff?
Not yet.
Tex is the whole peanut gallery.
Yeah, I'm just like, I just wait a couple beats, and I'm like,
Tex is doing that thing where he's like farther down on the stairs, so all you can see is like from his nose up through the banister.
yeah.
You are getting no response. What do you want to do?
Now, I don't like playing games when it comes to the safety of my town. I'll give you another opportunity to come out with your hands up, Or else I'm gonna start kicking down every door on this upper level until I find whoever ruffian is taking residency here. I can hear the clomping.
Clonk, clonk, clonk. I only have one clonk, clonk noise, unfortunately. So for a moment, you don't really hear anything, and you wonder if they're biding their time or if they're not going to come out. And then the first door, not the one right next to you, that's a small room. The first door down the hall.
This one?
Yes.
Cool.
You hear some quiet thumps from within the room, and then the door starts to rattle.
It's gonna
I gotta start writing this shit down.
slow. I'm not even like sneaking at this point because I like announced my presence, but I'm slowly approaching the door. Finger like I want to make this apparent. I'm very much practicing my trigger safety, but my thumb is now on the hammer. Not pulling it quite back yet, but like I am like clearly getting ready to shoot whatever is on the other side.
I also read that I can make him accidentally fire if he loses sanity. And he
I
wants to
could.
make
I said that's okay. I'm also trying to make this apparent that I am like practicing trigger discipline right now because I feel like it's important.
No, it's fair. He's a man of the law. He would act this way. He would definitely like always proceed with caution with weapon. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
So yeah, I'm approaching the door like just very like slowly, like a footstep at a time, you know, seeing what happens, and I'm like, I see you messing with that door. You best open it before I get a little angry.
The rattling of the door stops.
Good. Now open it slowly and come out with your hands up.
No response.
Last warning. Nothing?
Nothing.
I'm gonna try to kick the
Text
door
is now
down.
coming up behind you. How you gonna kick this door down? You gonna kick it? You gonna shoulder it? What you doing?
Like kick it.
Give me a strength roll, old man.
I kick it and I'm like, ah! Tex, your turn. I just kind of like hop away over here.
I got it, Sheriff. I don't got it, Sheriff. Tex throws his shoulder into it, and you just see the pain on his face. And
Fuck! I'm gonna shoot the door.
Shoot the doorknob? Or?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot the doorknob.
Yeah, give me firearms.
I'm using the pistol attribute. I have not switched it to. I'll tell you if I'm using the shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
I motherfuckers! God damn it! I'm rolling so bad. I'm so tempted to blow luck on this. I'm so yeah. I'm so tempted to blow like was it 17 luck on that?
It's up to you. You have luck. You can spend it.
I mean, it's a one shot. It's a one shot.
Ammo. This is one ammo.
One ammo. Okay. I'm gonna use 17 luck. Oh my god.
17 luck. All right.
I mean, like it's a one shot, right? I might as well use the resources I have. It's not like I'm saving it for a campaign.
You raise your gun and you take aim with both hands, trained directly at that door. And Tex is like, Sheriff, and he moves closer with the lantern, and when the lantern shines on that door, you adjust your hand, and you give it a good, nice pull. And it's an old house. It's an old doorknob. It falls right off.
You know, I just realized I haven't actually tried to open the door. It's just
what?
I just realized I didn't actually attempt to open the door. I just immediately tried to kick it down and then shot it. I was imagining like it was actually just like a pull this entire time. Alright.
Alright, so you shoot the doorknob off, and you hear the other end of the knob fall into the room, and the door swings open. This is how doors work. This is how my door.
That's how doors work in fiction, baby. Let's
fall
go.
off.
Gun is
Let's
up
go.
and trained. I'm going to enter the room and I'm gonna like scan to see who might be there. If there's anybody who's like holding a gun at me, it's like I'm not even gonna hesitate. I'm just gonna like pop him.
This room contains a bed frame, bare bed springs, and a dresser. Then when used, this room looks like it may have once been a room that was previously used. Like it's got all the fixings for what a lived-in room would be. However, the bed has been stripped bare. There are crosses and candles strewn about here. A rosary rests in the dresser top beside the bed. This is clearly the room of old Walter Goodyear. As you know, he was a God-fearing man who was always asking about additional questions from the Reverend. There is no person in this room. And when Tex realizes no one in this room, he's gonna let out a little bit of an explanatory. He's like, "Dang, what's going on?" And he's gonna take a few steps, and as he approaches, the door's gonna slam shut, and he's gonna be trapped in the hall. This is a Call of Cthulhu game.
Tex? I'm gonna like, sorry, I'm gonna put myself in the room. I'm like, Tex? And I whip around.
I will let you choose. Give me a spot hidden or a listen. Your choice.
I'm gonna spot hidden.
Spot hidden.
51. That's a success. Baby!
So Tex is on the other side of the door, and he is throwing his shoulder into it. Let me see. No. Okay. He's throwing his shoulder into it over and over again, and you can tell that he's putting a lot of strain on this door jam. And you slide your eyes to go look at the bolts holding the door in place, and out of the corner of your eye you see movement, which makes you instantly turn around. And as you turn around, you find yourself staring across the room at a wall, and a crucifix that is hanging on the wall slowly starts to rotate upside down before your very eyes, and the figure of Jesus falls off to the floor. Give me a sanity roll.
Yeah,
You're
like,
a church going man.
yeah, I'm like, oh fuck, oh shit, oh god. Hey, we win these.
Lose one sanity, church going man.
Wait, I still lose one even though I succeeded.
Yes.
Oh no!
It's 1 or 1d4.
Oh my god! I think that's what he says. Like, oh my Lord in heaven!
What's going on in there, Sheriff?
Them kids might have been onto something. Something is on afoot. It's afoot here. I'm gonna like try to open the door. Like I'm like gonna try to rip it open.
Hmm.
There.
Oh, did you want to give me a listen roll?
Oh, yeah, I could do a listen roll. I was gonna say I was also trying to open the door,
Okay. Well,
but I could also do a listen if you like.
have you ever dealt with a
Sorry.
do you know how to open a door from like the 1800s when their doorknob falls off? Do you know how to open a door?
It's pretty hard. Specifically, what you need to do is like you kind of like need to hook your hand into like where the doorknob was and like pull up and then forward or like towards like whatever direction the door opens.
Okay, so that's the maneuver you're going with. You can also take the doorknob and you can slide it into the slot and turn it, but it's still not easy.
Yeah, I bet you like the threading on it's fucked up and stuff since I shot the fucking door.
Okay, so you're going to go with the reach in and lift out kind of thing.
Yeah, like the shimmy
A
method.
strength roll or sleight of
I'm
hand.
gonna say strength because that's easier.
Mhm.
Hey, hard success, baby. Let's
Hey,
go.
so you turn your back on this fucking cross, and you get Tex in here. You give the door a little shimmy, and with Tex throwing his weight against it at the same time, you both manage to like bully this door open. Um, with Tex's 28 in strength, he goes a little stumbling forward, and you both are a little breathless for different reasons as you see each other again. And that listen roll, shall we?
Yeah, I can do a listen real quick.
Mm. That's again.
That's another success.
Fantastic.
I'm succeeding where it counts.
It's good. This this is
Oh, hang on. I have a bot in my chat. I'm gonna obliterate it real quick. Sorry, you may continue.
go ahead, go ahead.
There we go. Obliterated.
Oh. Bam bam.
Quickest hand in the West, baby.
Uh,
Let's go.
a particular sound comes from across the room at your back, and you follow Tex's gaze as he stares past you over your shoulder. It is the sound of rattling and crackling behind you, and it's coming from the window. What do you do?
I'm going to slowly approach the window. Do I see anything through the window?
Are you gonna approach the window?
I'm going to try to approach the window. My gun is like trained on it though. Right? I'm not fucking around at this point. My like hammer's pulled back, finger on the trigger. I am like slowly approaching the window. If I shoot the sheriff's daughter, the mayor's daughter, the mayor will forgive me.
Okay.
Maybe.
The window pane rattles and shakes as if some force is trying to wrench it open from the outside, despite being on the second floor. You watch as a hairpin crack forms at the corner of the window pane and the glass cracks before your very eyes. It spiderwebs into a large forming shape from the corner of the window, spreading outward as the rattling and shaking increases. Okay. Okay. Give me a spot hidden.
I'm loving this, by the way.
This is the role that scares me.
Yeah!
Yes!
Hard success, baby. Let's
Thank
go!
Give me a dodge,
A
please.
dodge? Oh no. Do I have? Wait. Okay. Trying to find where that is. Sorry about this. Dodge.
First try.
Am I being blind here? I think I
First
am.
row
Oh,
is
there it
above
is. There
roll.
it is. I see it. Oh
Oh
no! This is
no!
such a bad roll.
Oh
94.
no!
Oh no! No, I'm gonna. I can I use this
Use what?
to? Can I flavor this as me trying to protect Tex?
You're not gonna want to worry about Tex right now.
I'm worried about Tex right now. I need to protect the boy. I've only met him for 2 hours, but I'll do anything for him.
Out of the corner of your eye, you get just the slightest bit of movement. As you turn quickly on your heels, you see the bed frame lurch across the room. The posts of the four-poster bed scrape the wooden floors, and it is lunging bodily towards you at an alarming speed. You failed your dodge roll.
Oh no!
The window is at your back.
Oh
Do
no!
you want to push your roll? What do you want to do? I am
Ah!
slowing down time because you
So
made you got the successful spot hidden to see this happen to you.
okay, let me make sure I understand what's happening. There is a bed frame launching at me.
Yes.
There's like I'm between the bed frame and the window, which
Yes.
the window's
If
currently
it
cracking, and the
mhm.
bed frame is launching at me. Well, if I get hit, will I get like launched out the window?
Wait, say that again.
If I get hit by this bed, will I like slam into the window and potentially like fall out of the window?
Yes.
I would like to try to push my roll.
Okay.
But that's just straight up
Reroll your dodge.
re-rolling, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, motherfucker! No! I'm going out the window!
Okay. Holy shit. Okay. So there's a bed coming at you at immense speed. It is not being moved by any creature or person. It is full on flying towards you. Um, and your eyes go wide and you go to dodge and get out of the way, and then you hesitate because you're not sure which way to jump out of the way. This is a massive object. Tex rolled an 11 to jump in front of you and push you out of the way.
Oh, not Tex.
So he's going to dodge. He's going to dive forward, and his dex is really low, and he got a hard success. And he's going to scream, "Sheriff!" And he's going to push at you with all of his might. You're going to fall to the ground, and you're going to take 2 harm as you hit the ground quite hard. Uh, that is your consequence for failing your first dodge roll, and your second consequence is Dex is getting thrown from the window.
So when I get 2 harm, that just means I go down 2 hit points?
You go down 2 hit points.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Dex goes down 5 hit points.
Oh,
And
no.
he's going out the window as the bed slams into him. And this room terrifies me, okay? Out the window.
Oh, no.
And Tex is taking, what did I say, 5?
The
2
5
plus
damage
3.
before he goes out the window.
Yeah. Uh, hmm. X is down to 8 hit points. He has taken. He hasn't taken half his HP in a single move. I will roll to see if he's conscious down there.
Oh no.
He's in the yard. Like, he's in the grass. He's conscious. He's in a lot of pain. He probably really fucked up his back and his leg. Yeah.
He really just wants to have like just a small break.
Yeah. Did I get a sanity roll for me for the flying bed?
No, not yet.
Oh,
I assumed so. So that's a success. I assume I still lose sanity.
Yeah. Just one.
Just
one.
Okay. Since a bed almost killed me.
You're probably running on adrenaline.
Yeah.
But why don't you give me another sanity roll?
Oh my god. That's success.
Now, the second sanity roll, it has nothing to do with the flying bed or the fact that you almost just died. The second sanity roll is because Tex was ready to give his life for you. And that gives you pause. Like, holy shit,
This man.
You passed, so I'm not gonna make you lose anything for it, but I want that to rest on your conscience. Because I'm an asshole.
I imagine my hands are shaking a little bit more than usual.
Yeah. What's next?
I'm gonna probably, like, realistically speaking, I'm gonna like run up to the window. I'm just gonna yell like, Tex! Like, can I see him down like in the yard? Like, is he like can I tell if he's alive or not?
Yeah, you could probably see him sprawled out in the bramble. He looks awful. I mean, yeah. But you can see him moving. He's groaning. So he is conscious and alive. But I don't think you'd be able to tell more than that. It is, again, a little dark. Evening's coming, so it's getting a little darker. But you can hear him, and you can see him moving.
Tex, just hold on there. I'll be down. I'm gonna try to find the daughter one last time, and then I'm gonna head down there. We're gonna get out of here, okay? Just hold on. And with that, I'm going to move away from the window. I'm gonna try to leave. Can I leave the room? I wouldn't be surprised if you're like, nah, you can't leave the room.
You can leave the room.
Okay, I'm leaving the room. I want to take another sweep of these last two rooms.
Okay.
Because
we've been playing for 2 hours, so why don't we take a 15?
Okay, I'm down for that.
Okay. You didn't die. I'm gonna go walk my dog. I will be back I'll probably be back in like 10 minutes. No.
Alright, I'll be also back. I'm going to stretch my leggies and refill my coolant.
Yeah. It's important stuff.
Yeah, so I'll talk to all of y'all in like 10 or 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, I am back. Frog, is it?
I'm here.
Oh, never mind. Thank you, Selfin, for the subscription. You're Pog and Champ. Yeah, I'm super loving this.
Did you think you were gonna shoot someone?
No, actually wasn't. But I'm trying to roleplay as best I can right now. I think it would be realistic. I think I've been pretty realistic so far.
Yeah. I could have threw you out the window with the bed. But this is the kind of character that would take more psychic damage to watch someone else fall.
Yeah, no, I agree. I'm eating like nerd nuggets.
Okay, well, want to get back in it? I don't know how much time is going by.
Enough. I'm down to get back into it.
Okay, so you want to run down the hall and check out the other two rooms?
Yeah, just to make sure she's not in there.
Okay.
At this point, I am more determined to get her out than to like figure out what the fuck's going on with this house.
Okay. We have room 1 and 2 is left. Okay. So, tell me what you're doing.
So I'm going to go to this room. And I'm going to try to open the door and see if there's anyone inside. I'm not going to enter, and I'm definitely going to steer clear of any beds.
So, what are you gonna do exactly?
I'm going to try to see if I can open the door. And then if I can, I'm going to like kind of push it open with my leg. I'm going to like look inside the room without actually entering it.
Okay.
Like from the doorway.
There's no resistance. You can open the door.
Can I do a spot hidden, or do I need to be like deeper into the room?
I'll tell you what the room looks like. This room contains a crib, a small bed, toys, and a dresser. There's pictures of castles and cowboys along the walls. Something eerily gives you the impression that this room was never used. It's a small room. There really isn't any hiding places, which is what I think you're looking for.
Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna call out the mayor's daughter's name real quick, just to be sure.
Dana.
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 Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, Dana. Wait for a response. Probably hear nothing.
No.
All right. Then with that, I'm going to cross over to the next room. Probably stepping over the super creepy picture.
You know, I've run this scenario twice, and every time someone's like, what about this picture? And I'm like, that's not in the scenario. And they're like, it's so creepy. Just a map decoration. Beautiful.
Yeah, that guy, we don't know about that guy.
And this room, same process?
Same process, yeah. I'm going to open, like, look around to see if there's anything unusual or if there's, like, hiding spots. I'm going to call out, Diana.
This is an ordinary bedroom, but it's larger. It has a double bed, bookshelf, and a window view. By the wedding photo that is on the bookshelf, you assume that this is the room of Harvey and his wife Winifred.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a bed, there's a bookshelf, and there's a desk in the corner.
Can I see anything unusual about this room? Can I do like a spot hidden?
You can do a spot hidden. Are you gonna come in, or are you just gonna stay in the doorway?
I am going to, since like this room seems definitely like a lot bigger, or at least more rooms with potential hiding spots. I'm going to actually like take a step inside.
Okay.
I'm going to spot hidden.
Take a step inside. Do a spot hidden.
49. That's a success.
Give me another spot hidden.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a failure.
All right. So you glance around the room, and I think your first look would be to check under the bed. You know, do a little crouch sort of situation. You can't fully see under the bed from where you're at, but it doesn't seem like it has enough expanse that you wouldn't see her shadow or like clothing or something. So you take that for what it's worth, and then you glance around at the furniture. Lots of shadows, lots of nooks and crannies. There's a wardrobe, but it's already like slightly ajar, and you can see that there's nothing in there. Your eyes go to the bookshelf. It's an open bookshelf, and it doesn't really have any space to hide. And as you're about to turn away from the bookshelf, you notice, just cursory glance, the titles of the books: Kultstigulz, Spiritualism and True Magic, Brahm Mystica, and Journal of the Inner Eye. And the Journal of the Inner Eye has a symbol on it, on the spine, that matches the one the old woman in the church gave to you.
Sorry, I know you can't see me, but like I'm like definitely like I was like physically acting out how Percy is right now, which more or less is like eyes see like the ghoul, and he's like, oh fuck, and he like kind of like looks to the side, and then the what was it, like the inner eye?
Journal of the
Journal of the
Inner
Inner
Eye,
Eye.
and and it has the symbol from that Bible
Bible Thumper.
bookmark, I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to take the picture out, hold it up next to the book, see that they match, and I'm like,
I think it's a very visual person. Like,
yeah, and he just like looks at that, he looks at the book, and he looks at like the image again, and he like his head like rolls back. He's like, oh, and like he like just sighs, and he like rolls his head back forward, and he like kind of like locks his fingers together. He says a quick prayer, specifically saying like he's like, forgive my father for what I'm about to witness. And he takes the Journal of the Inner Eye, and he's gonna open it.
okay. Go through my handouts. What's in this book? I do not have handouts. I will describe to you what
It's okay.
I got. Because my handouts are not in this room.
Yeah, it's okay.
So this is a Journal of the Inner Eye. Give me.
I'm assuming it's
libraries. Give me a libraries. You briefly browse.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna
You,
linger on that.
yeah, give it a once over. And this book, from a quick once over, tells you there is a group of people known as the Ever Open Eye, and they seem to practice in very questionable rituals. With a 91. There'd be a lot of word that you're just not clicking with,
Mm-hmm.
you know. You don't study spiritualism, and I'm sure you probably wouldn't touch a book of magic with a 10-foot pole. So it's a lot of wordage and descriptions that would go right over your head. But from what you can gather, this is a book that talks about the history of a group of people
Mm-hmm.
that practiced spiritualism of some sense, and they believed in some of the really gnarly shit that you would associate as the devil's work.
Mm-mm. I imagine I don't like read into the book because I'm like, nope. I'm going to close the book, but I'm going to keep it on hand, I think. I'm going to try to leave. I'm going to try to leave the room. Does anything occur if I try to leave? I'm like so paranoid at this point. I'm like, it's just like I step out of the room. I'm like, okay, do I die here? Does the house eat me?
The floor opens up and you fall to hell.
I looked at one magic book and God immediately punished me. All right. If nothing happens, I'm going to skedaddle all the way down the stairs. Because there is some extra rooms I need to check out. I know that for a fact.
Down the stairs.
I don't want to leave until I got this girl.
Appreciate that. I also realized that you'd probably be playing a man of action, so I had to make sure there was a reason for you to linger.
Yeah, instead of just immediately leaving. All right, so we have. So I imagine like I'm like right over here. I'm going to like immediately just kind of like hop between the different. So like, I'm gonna go like this room. I'm gonna check out what's in like each room, and then I'm gonna loop back around. Like as soon as I see that it's like a basement, I'm like, oh, I don't have my lantern. So I'm just going to go in between these. I'm probably gonna start down here, and then work my way like into the middle, then to the end, and then go down the stairs, assuming nothing else happens, or I don't find her.
So you're gonna do a full but
A
quick
full sweep. Yeah, full sweep.
Okay.
But not in depth sweep. Definitely like a glancing sweep.
I think that's called the mud room, the cold room.
That's of a 1d100 damage.
Yes, that is
it's like sanity damage from seeing a 2 advanced spike.
You are -3 right now, and you need 5 to get a bout of madness. So you stand in front of the bedroom door. Same method of slowly opening the door and peeking in. Hear hang overcoats, galoshes, hats, and umbrellas. Several bags of coal for the living room's freestanding stove over here. You notice that the side door, for there is one here that leads outside, is secured with 3 bolts and 2 locks. It's a small room. It's just like a storage place for your firewood and stuff.
And we're talking about like this room right here, right? The one I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna fully enter. Like, is this just like a bunch of coal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming. That's what the description says.
Yeah.
It kind of
Okay.
just looks like dirt.
Yeah, it kind of looks like dirt to me. I'm like, why is there like a pile of dirt here? I'm going to try to do another spot hidden just in case there is anything here. 20.
Success.
If you just say like there's nothing here, that's also fine. Like,
Give me a listen roll.
listen, okay. You motherfucker. I can't. I don't have
You
enough.
wanna push it?
Yeah.
It's just a listen.
I'm gonna push my ears.
You,
I hate this game. It's the exact same roll. It's the exact. Guys, hang on. Look at this shit. Look at this. I got 2 93s in a row. Look at this. Help me.
You're killing me. I'm sorry. You hear nothing.
I'm deaf.
There's nothing to hear. There's nothing to hear. There's nothing in this room. There's nothing to hear.
Well, I guess I'm leaving. Yeah, I'm like, well, there's nothing here. Time to go. The only thing over here is coal.
Just for fun.
I hate you. I'm gonna open up this totally not cursed room right here.
This current room contains old furniture that is broken up and completely destroyed. The things found here are in disarray and are covered in a thick layer of dust.
Same thing as before. Spot hidden. 28 hard success.
You look over the furniture. It's very cluttered in here. And actually trying to look and see what kind of furniture is in here. I think it's a bed.
It's like a couple chairs with like bullet holes in it.
So you sort of come in, you shuffle things around a little bit, make sure no, because you're looking for a girl, you're expecting her to be hiding, but she could also be like hurt somewhere. So you're checking nooks and crannies, making sure she's not like unconscious somewhere. And as you push a table aside that was leaning up against a wall, you find something a little bit alarming. That symbol of the eye has been drawn on numerous pieces of paper, and they have been plastered all over the wall, and they were underneath this table that was leaning up against the wall. Just excess amounts of papers depicting the symbol.
I don't know how I feel about this. I see this and I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I am going to perhaps do something stupid. I'm gonna try to take off the paper.
Just a paper.
Yeah, but
you can have it.
I'll take the paper. I'm gonna collect these papers like a Pokemon deck.
You gonna collect all of them?
Nah, I'm just gonna take one off.
Okay. It's just
If there's nothing else, I suppose I'll just hop over here and do the same thing. Crack it open, crack open a cold one, and spot hidden is a 54. That's a
54.
success.
Another success. Fantastic. This is a storage room. Another one. The room is filled with boxes and junk. There's rusted water tanks, spare wooden boards, some half full dried up paint cans. At the right end of the room is a cupboard, however, and it is boarded shut.
A cupboard that's boarded shut.
Mm-hmm.
I try like I assume
wrote
a
down-
girl wouldn't be in there, but like the fact
I wrote down a strength roll plus a prying object.
I don't have a prying object, I think. Kind of like fashion a prying object out of some of the damaged stuff in the other room.
Sure, give me a luck roll. See what we find.
Luck, okay. Yeah, like I'm sitting here. I'm like, I don't think a little girl would be like hiding in this cupboard, but at this point, like I don't even know what I know anymore. 35 exactly.
Okay, so you look around the storage room and your eyes fall on some gardening tools,
Okay.
and you grab a trowel, which has a fine enough point. Granted, it's super rusted, that you can probably pry open this cupboard and get those boards off of it.
I'm gonna try that.
With a strength roll.
32 hard success, baby.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
When you wrench open the cupboard, 3 bound books are found within. These are the diaries of Harvey Goodyear. I have those.
You have those, okay.
I have them.
And Harvey is that's the one that married the girl, right?
Yes. There's some reading to do,
Let's see.
but I think it'll answer all your.
Oh boy,
all your suspicions.
time to remember how to read cursive.
Oh no.
It's been a very
Oh.
long time since I read cursive, so I might need to ask for a translation. I apologize.
Okay.
So, would you like me to read this out to the chat?
You want me to read them?
Would you do that
I
for
could
me?
do that. I
Thank
could do
you,
that.
thank
I was
you.
going to save the actual typed script and I lost it somehow.
It's okay. I looking at it, I'm like, okay, I actually can like understand most of this, but I just like, you're the narrator.
Mm-hmm. May 5th, 1874. My Winifred is beginning to worry me. She no longer wishes to attend Sunday service with me. In fact, she stated that she has no desire to set foot in Crimson Path ever again as long as we shall live upon this soil. I know Crimson Path wasn't her dream. If I'm to be entirely honest, it was more my pa's dream than mine as well. But it's a good town, and I'd really like to make a life for us here. Page through a few other pages, and you read, Walter seems to be growing increasingly hostile towards Winnie as of late. They both need to get out of the house more. Staying shut in is going to both of their heads, and tensions are rising. Some evenings I find myself dreading supper time. That being said, I expect Walter to be the bigger man here. If my brother cannot find it in himself to show some propriety and a bit more acquiescence towards my wife, then it's gonna come to more than a few harsh words exchanged next time. July 20th, 1874. I don't know where Winnie goes at night. She's my wife, and I want to be able to lay my trust in her. She's good to me. We're happy. Another page. Walter has fallen ill again. Walter never struck me as a Bible-thumping man, but lately verses and God's words have been all I've been hearing from his lips. Perhaps this last fever has rattled him more than I realize. Flip through a few more pages. I know there's so many, I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I'm vibing.
January 3rd, 1875. This is the following year, some months later. Winnie is meeting with some of the townsfolk in secret. She slips out late at night when she believes me to be well asleep. I'm glad she's conversing with the people of Crimson Pass, and socializing, but this secrecy is a bit much. I overheard her speaking with a peculiar visitor the other day who did not come into the house. They stood near the front foyer and whispered amongst themselves in urgent voices. It was brief. If I wasn't so yellow-bellied, I would have confronted Winnie right then and there. Of course, I didn't. Another entry. Unacceptable. Walter needs to mind himself. I know Winifred can be difficult at times, but she is my wife to command, not his. I will not have my older brother throwing his weight around and all else putting my wife in danger. Another entry. April 16th, 1875. I talked to Winnie about the late nights. A book society, she says. Again, she refuses to discuss anything further. Our relationship feels like it's hanging by a frayed rope. I don't know what to do. You flip one more page? Walter is unwell again. I've never seen him this bad. I'll call the doctor if the fever doesn't break by morning. And 4 days later, Walter is dead. Oh God, my brother is dead. And it was not sickness. No, there was blood, lots and lots of blood. I came in from the fields and he was. My Winnie, did you do this? Surely not. But who else? Winnie is distant. She acts like nothing happened. If I tell the town, they'll take her away. I can't lose her too. I will bury my brother by myself.
Oh no.
There you go.
I think I am both disturbed at what I am reading here, but also I'm disturbed at the fact that there seems to be more of of this in the town. Like that's been under my nose for like multiple years at this point.
That's why I wanted to make this a series.
I I am no longer playing around. I'm probably assuming that she's dead at this point.
Oh no.
And I am going to march over to the stairs.
Give me a listen roll. Because I carry you.
That 11, hard success.
Fantastic. What do your ears hear?
The radio? Or the record player?
Mm-hmm.
The one that was shot and destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
As coming from the living room again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. I feel like I don't have a choice here. I feel like I could either go down the basement or I could see what's going on in the living room. I am going to check out what happened in the living room.
The gramophone laser, it was shot, killed, dead. And the needle is bouncing up and down on its grooved path as if it's playing a record. There is no record present, but the music continues to play.
I'm gonna shoot it again. Like I feel like this might be me releasing some of this tension that I have, and I'm like, fuck this. I'm just gonna start like dumping like 2 shots into it.
2 shots.
2 shots.
Okay. You've gone through 3 bits of ammo.
Yeah, I have 8, so it's okay. So 5 left, and a shotgun shell.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
and it's a really hard gun to reload, and Tex has your rifle.
Well, okay, I missed super hard. Holy shit.
A 100 is a malfunction, so your gun jams.
Yeah, I'm just like, my gun jams, and like I click it again, and I hear this the there's nothing, and I'm like, God damn damn it, right? And I like take the Is it getting louder too? Or is that just the song going on? Like, is that just how the
It's
song
just a
is?
song. It
Okay,
crescendos,
because
and
like
I
this
text
crescendo there, and I'm like, you motherfucker, are you making this louder?
you.
And like, I'm sitting there, and like, and he's just like, and he is going to like raise the gun to like the ceiling, and he's gonna fucking like kick it. He's gonna try to kick it.
Wait, what is he doing?
He's gonna try to kick the record player.
Okay. I give it a good kick, and the music warbles, and it slows and goes distant. It like fades out. Like, yeah. Like it fades out.
Yeah, like I imagine like he like when he kicks, he's like, "Stop your damned infernal music!"
This is delightful. I love this radio.
And with that, he's like kind of like pissed off and like kind of scared at the same time. He's gonna like finally march over to the basement, and he's going to open the door. He's not gonna, nothing's gonna stop him at this point. He is going down.
Cellar. Down to the cellar. We're going in the cellar. A cellar sucks. We're going to the cellar.
Oh boy, this looks delightful. Totally not a murder axe over here.
Red means scary.
Yeah, red means scary and death. Totally not just like a Nosferatu hanging out too.
Listen, I've changed the scenario a bit, but I didn't change the maps.
No, it's all good. I just saw the Nosferatu, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna come down like immediately, like at the top of the stairs. As soon as I can like properly see the basement, I would like to take a spot hidden and listen, because that seems to be like the big things with this. Whatever the hell's going on here.
Spot hidden and listen.
Yeah, like so I don't mean to be like I'm doing this, but like I feel I feel like he's picking up a pattern. That being, it's invisible, right? So he needs to like see it out of the like things move, and he needs to hear it before he does anything. So hard success on spot hidden, and
hard success on spot failure. No.
I want to use luck. I want to lose luck so bad.
Okay.
I'm gonna use luck.
Okay, and I will make that worthwhile for you. So your spot hidden. Give me a. You know what? You grab the initiative, so I'm not even gonna make you do this. These stairs are real bad, but you did your spot hidden as you were going down them, and you managed to miss the 2 missing steps and step easily over them. And you make it down the short flight to the basement, the cellar. It is a cellar. Keep going in a basement. Where's my cellar description? The main basement is a large storage room. The stairs are in poor repair, and there is no light around. However, I will roll your hard success of an 18 to say that you see a old you see an old lantern at the foot of the stairs, as if it's been left there to collect dust for many, many years. Since I didn't Tex have your lantern?
Lex had the lantern.
Yeah. So I will give you a lantern with your 18 hard success because that's a really great roll.
All right.
Where's my music?
I got that juicy lantern now. I can see.
Yep, and it is a gaslight lantern, so you just need to do the little turn little knob, and after the dust burns, it should be good to go. So the lantern illuminates what is around you, and you see a lot of broken
Oh,
boards and crates of different variety. This is a ranch house, so you can only imagine what tools might also be in here. Maybe a pickaxe or a crowbar if you so decide to look for them. Yeah, a lot of broken boards, a lot of things used to fix up the house itself. You get to the bottom floor, the base floor, and you stop and you listen. And for a moment, all you hear is a squeaking of rats. And you take a few steps forward and you listen again. And then you hear a shuffling and a few very soft thumps. And it's coming from the door to your right, where there is a small, like, closed off storage area within this larger storage area.
this one right here.
Yes.
I'm gonna open it.
You can open it. Let me make sure no locks on that door. This is it. This is the last room of the house. The door is not opening easily. You want to say that maybe there's something going on with the knob. It's giving you a lot of resistance.
Am I gonna need to use my morsels?
You morsels.
Yeah, my old man muscles.
Mm-hmm. Roll strength.
Okay.
Blah.
Ooh, exact.
Ooh.
That's my
So
second
you
exact success.
you take both your hand. Well, you have your gun, so you take one hand, and you get a firm grip on the doorknob, and you turn it, and the resistance that you feel against your hand, it's almost like someone else is holding the other end of the doorknob because you know when someone's holding a doorknob and you can tell that it's like it's natural, it's not like a mechanism that's blocking you.
Yeah, I get it.
It feels like that. I have to take away a magic point for them. It feels like that. Like there is literally someone trying to stop you. And you just clench your fist even tighter around this knob and give it one good jerk. And the knob feels like it suddenly loosens. And you manage to get this door open. What are you going to do since there was resistance? How are you going to open this door?
I'm probably gonna open it aggressively, but since this was like a natural resistance compared to the supernatural, I guess, resistance that I've been experiencing, I'm gonna assume this is Diane.
You open the door and you throw it open pretty aggressively, like with lots of force behind it. Like you're an intimidating man, so you put that into it. And as you throw the door open, there is a little shriek of alarm, And Dana, who was and still is crouched in the corner, like curled up on herself, lets out like a strangled cry, and she's just like, Sheriff, it's you.
Oh, thank God. Dana. Yes, it's me. It's me.
She
We need to get out of here.
she starts shaking her head back and forth, and you can just see there is like so much fear and horror on the little girl's face, and she's like, "You shouldn't be here. You can't be here. They're gonna get you."
You know, if you were telling me this morning, I would have not believed you. But uh, this is like coming down the stairs.
I love my sound effects just always cut you off. You're just
Well,
like, oh no.
I imagine that's diegetic, like being cut off too, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Is that also like? Is that like coming down the stairs, or it's like above us?
um, there is loud thumping and crashing, and it is clearly coming from the storage room behind you. You do not remember hearing anything on the stairs, but this is clearly like in the storage room already, whatever is creating all of this chaotic noise. What do you do?
I'm
You're
going.
in the little room. You're in the little room
Yeah,
with the girl.
I'm going to like prep my exit. I'm going to like place myself like firmly between the door and the girl. I like and I'm like, listen, listen. I'm gonna open that door, and I'm going to. If I see it, I'm gonna shoot it. It's gonna be loud. Just keep your cool as much as you can. And me,
1800s man says, just be cool.
yeah, me and you, we're gonna try to bolt. There's a side door. We're gonna try to go through there where the coal is. Do you know do you know the room I'm talking about?
I don't. I don't. They brought me down here. I don't know.
All right.
He's
Follow
gonna
me.
come for you. He's gonna come for you.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Just we're gonna go, and we're gonna go up the stairs. Okay. There's two boys in the stairs, so be ready for them. And then, as soon as you get there, you do not go up the stairs like the stairs go upstairs. You want to go down the hall. The first door on your right, there's a side door. You want to go through that. That's gonna be the first thing that you're gonna want to go out. That's how you're gonna get out of here. Okay. Either that, or you're gonna sprint all the way down the hall and out the front door. We broke the locks, I think, so you can probably just swing it open. And that's assuming
Okay.
I'm not there. There's my deputy.
Okay.
Do you know my deputy Tex?
I know Tex.
He's out
She sounds
there.
like she's gonna cry.
It's okay. It's okay. I promise you're gonna be okay.
Yay.
Tex is out there. He's a little hurt. You're gonna meet up with him. You two are gonna go out back to town, assuming I don't make it with you. Okay?
For sure. She's just she's very upset. Give me a persuade roll. That was very good. Very good. Yes. She's teary eyed. She's got the tears streaming. She's like, don't let him get you. He's scary.
I won't. I'm gonna like use my thumbs and like I'm like wipe the tears from her cheeks.
Okay. Gonna open the door.
I'm going to open the door.
You
I'm specifically I'm gonna like
Mhm.
as best I can. I'm gonna like burst out the door, like gun ready. I'm gonna switch the hammer to the shotgun, and if I see
Mhm.
anything moving, I'm gonna try to blast it, just so
Okay.
she can get out. Like I want to make it clear, I'm gonna try to be as big of a distraction so that she can get out, and whatever hate this is, it's focused on me and not her.
Okay. This is gonna be where they're standing. So they're not like right up against the door.
Mm-hmm.
They were moving towards the door. You're gonna get a clear view of what you're dealing with. As you throw the door open, gun at the ready, you see a skeletal, decrepit uh Harvey Goodyear. His skin hangs off of his body. His eyes are sunken. His bones are pretty much all you can imagine of him because he is just so shriveled, and his the pallor of his skin is gray, and his eyes are rolled back. You see the whites of his eyes as his hair hangs stringy. There are tatters of clothes on him. His shirt is torn as if something attacked him before doing him in, and it's dried with much, many layers of blood. And he is staring at you with his dead eyes, and his body jerks forward, and his arms go outstretched towards you. Please give me a sanity roll for looking down a zombie.
That's a success. 28.
You take no sanity loss. You
Yeah,
are done with
baby.
today. If you
Yeah.
lost, it would have been a one d8.
Oh no, that would have been really bad.
So Harvey snarls at you, and you can see just the rotten gums where his teeth have almost all fallen out as he like lurches forward. It's more of like a stumbling forward, but his hands come out, reach towards you, and his hands are not hands; they're gnarled into like vicious claws
Mm-hmm.
that have turned black. What do you want to do?
I want to
You get
press.
higher dex.
I am going to move, I'm gonna move into him, so I have enough room for Dana to get the hell out of Dodge, and I am going to then press my gun into, like, as much as I can into him, like close as much range as I can. The hammer is currently on the shotgun setting, and I'm gonna point blank just blast this zombie.
Dana rolled an 11 to get out of Dodge.
Hell yeah! If she manages to escape, that's all that he wants at this point.
Yeah, she is going to stumble at first, but once she sees that there is a clear space for her to run, she is going to book it to hell out of there. And while the mayor talks about his precious baby girl, she's a very sporty girl. It was probably her idea to come here.
Mm-hmm.
So she's not like gonna be tripping over herself and falling down. She's going. She's booking it.
All right.
So did you say you're pressing your gun against the zombie?
As much as I can, yeah.
Or how are you doing this?
So
Okay. Where are you aiming? It's
center
important.
of chest, because if I'm being real here, I don't think it would be realistic for my character to know to shoot a zombie in the head. he sees this monster, probably never seen it before, so he's going to probably do what he's trained to do and shoot for the chest.
Okay.
And even though it's on a shotgun setting, he is going to still do that.
Okay. So you are shooting point blank with a shotgun bullet. Please roll firearms. Wait, shotgun.
Yeah, rifle.
If you
Rifle
just
shot
click on the
shotgun.
combat, just click on the combat because you're not gonna miss.
I do like. Ah, hey.
Success. It's my HP, my dudes. Oh, okay. So you just shove the end of your your gun into the crater that is already this creature's chest, and it makes an unholy screech. And you just let it go, and it it makes a pretty massive um impact as viscera and pieces of rotten body parts go sort of every which way. This man has been dead for a while, so he's not gonna like splatter with blood. It's just sort of chunks of
The world's
him are
worst
coming
pinata.
off. Yeah. And I think the blowback from the gun is going to make him stagger backwards, and he's going to move to shambling, which I don't know what that means, but it seems important because it's on the character sheet. I think he just has reduced speed and fucking abilities. So he's just like staggering backwards, but otherwise he as he loses body parts, he doesn't seem to respond to the fact that he was shot
Um.
because he's dead.
So, knowing that my gun is jammed on the pistol, or like misfiring, and that I just used the only shotgun shell I have, I'm going to do the smart thing, and I'm gonna fucking book it too.
You gonna
I
book it?
Yeah, I'm going to book it. I'm going to bring the lantern I have. I have an idea in mind, knowing what's going on with this godforsaken house. Um,
It's a gas.
yeah, I'm going to try to run out of the house. See if she has made it out fully. And then I'm going to chuck the lantern into the house with the idea of like lighting it on fire.
She got a 30 and a 14. She is
She's out of
running very
there.
fast.
She's out of there. Okay, okay.
um yeah, so Harvey, or what's left of him, is going to stumble forward as you move, because you have to move to get past him and to remove your gun. And he's going to try and swipe at you with his clawed hands. And you don't have a gun, but you have the option to dodge or fight back.
I'm gonna try to dodge.
Okay, roll dodge.
Yeah, the goal here is just to leave.
Yeah.
Oh, extreme
Oh my
success.
god.
Extreme success.
So this thing like goes to grab you, but it's more of just sort of like stumbling towards you. Like he's not prepped for grabbing.
His hands are not
And
prepared for grips.
you just sort of like look at this fucker as he lurches forward, and you elbow him in the fucking nose area, and he just goes fucking down backwards as you duck out of there. And give me a listen roll.
Hard success.
So you are running. You are hot on the tails of Dana. You are going to go find Tex. You are out of here. You are getting out of this cellar as quickly as possible. And as you do, you hear the shrill, shrieking voice of an older woman of an absolute frustration as you make it to the stairs of the cellar.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna like look back. I'm
Nope.
like
Nope. Out. Out of here.
out of here. Yeah, I'm
Alright.
gonna see if she's out. I'm gonna make sure that Tex is like functioning, and I'm going to like chuck the lantern like full force against the side, like the most flammable. I'm gonna chuck the lantern into the coal area.
Ooh, you're gonna blow this thing up.
Yeah.
Give me a throw.
I
It's a really bad roll. Give me a throw.
Gaming!
Yes!
We're gaming!
You're chasing after this girl, you're getting out of here, and as you're passing this massive pile of coal that's been left besides the door, you just take this lantern and you throw it down with an amount of force that's enough to break its glass casing. And as that flame hits the coal and the gas within the lantern it splashes onto the coal, it is immense and immediate. And you did it. You got out.
Gaming!
We
did it!
You even got a Nick Cage ending where you can slow motion run towards your injured partner and the little girl as an explosion goes off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna get my partner out of there. I'm gonna bring her back to her dad. Big thing, just because like you did say you want to make this a series, I wouldn't mind playing Mr. Hodgson again.
Yeah.
Especially
for
because
sure.
I did in fact keep the journal of the eye. As well as the journals of it's not Harvey?
Harvey Goodyear.
Thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
Harvey. So I think this is good. This is very good.
Did you enjoy your first Cthulhu game?
This was amazing. This was truly amazing. I
I'm
loved
so
every second of this.
glad. It was a lot of fun. Thank
Yeah.
you for trying out my Wild West town. It's my first time doing Wild West anything.
Yeah, thank you for running this for me. Thank you for doing the amount of homebrew you did.
Yeah, like this was The Haunting. And this was Walter Corbett's house.
Not anymore,
we ain't in
baby.
Boston. We ain't in Boston anymore.
Yeah, thank you so much for running with this for me. This was a blast. I cannot wait to play again.
Oh, this was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun too. I got super nervous because I'm sort of like, I had to kind of write the entire scenario myself, and I've never done that before.
Well, I could not tell that, so
Yeah, I mostly just do whatever's in the book. I read it to y'all. But this was a lot of fun. I had a blast. Um, with all Call of Cthulhu games, we always have a epilogue or a conclusion of some form. This was great because you kind of had like that hero ending where like you have the burning house in the distance and you're like helping Tex up and the little girl is crying but she's all happy she saved her life.
yeah.
So yeah, you kind of had like such an idyllic like end of the movie kind of vibe going. For a conclusion or an epilogue, it's a little bit open ending because our sheriff has discovered that there is some weird stuff going on, and it's centered around a cult called the Ever Open Eye. that seems to be hidden somewhere amongst his town, and it's not a very big town.
Yeah.
Um,
I
we've had a
def
lot of fun, colorful characters, even like impromptu characters, like an old hag sitting in a church I didn't know you were gonna visit.
Yeah, I definitely think that I guess to throw my 2 cents in for this potential epilogue,
Mhm.
um like he is happy that he's managed to get out, but at the same time he is now he feels probably the most unsafe he's ever been in this town because
Oh.
he's been the sheriff for some years now and he had no idea that something like this was happening under his nose.
Mhm.
So while he is loyal to the town still, he doesn't know who he can trust.
Yes. And I feel like that's always the best way to end a Call of Cthulhu game because it leaves your characters questioning what's next.
I
So they're
hope there
willing
is
to
a
look for
next
what's
time
next.
for Mr. Hodgkinson.
Yeah, no, like I said, I had a lot of fun. This was great. Thank you so much for playing with me. we need some we need some I put my feel good western music on that you made fun of earlier.
No.
It's good. It's good. It was a happy ending.
Here, I'm gonna turn up the volume so my chat can hear it. Enjoy. Enjoy,
Roll.
chat.
Rent roll. All of my music I get off of Artlist. It's all the MCA kosher. It's all
Alright, good,
good.
good, good.
This is a great for like an independent indie. Someone just like I wrote a song.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. Man, I'm gonna be thinking about this for like the next week.
Well, I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you enjoyed your first rodeo. I enjoyed my first rodeo.
Yeah, is there any so like for me it's customary to allow a moment of shilling for my peeps who plan out to join my stream, unlike the previous times where it's just mainly impromptu. Is there anything you would like to talk about? Any projects or stream announcements you would like to talk about or anything like that?
Um, right now, not particularly. I do want to run more Wild West games. Um, like I said, there is a Wild West era uh rule book. It's called Down Darker Trails. I do not own it yet. But when I get it, I will probably full tilt into it. As of right now, all of my Wild West games are going to be called The River Runs Red because Crimson Pass, the river
Mm-hmm.
is very red from the clay that is mined along the river. So I thought that was very good, very fun. Um, I'd like to keep bringing back Crimson Pass if anyone is interested in joining a Call of Cthulhu game. My games are open to anyone. You don't have to be a streamer. You don't have to be knowledgeable. You don't have to have played Call of Cthulhu before. Bosco never played Call of Cthulhu before. You just hop into my Discord or find me on Twitter and just be like, hey, I want to play Call of Cthulhu. And I'll be like, great, here's a link to my server. We're playing this weekend. And we'll do it. It'll be great. And you'll have fun.
Awesome. Yeah, with me, I don't really have any major announcements. Probably gonna try to stream Sunday, Sunday through like Tuesday because I have all those days off, so I have a very long weekend. Um,
Ooh.
yeah. Uh,
Ooh.
ooh.
Let's play games
Yeah.
together.
So yeah, with that,
Make more cowboys.
Ye more Ye and Ha sign me up. Um, but yeah, I have a raid lined up, so I'm gonna be raiding Miss Moth Mom because they're a pretty cool person.
Oh, they are. They're super cool. Okay. While we're rating Miss Moth Mom, I'm gonna tell you about Miss Moth Mom because for a long time I kept misreading her uh screen name wrong, and I thought it was Miss Mom Mothman, and I'm just like, does her husband know? Does her husband know? She's out here dreaming to the people.
I thought it was Mon, like Pokemon.
Ah.
So yeah, I'm gonna initiate the raid. We're gonna do a double raid. Love to see it.
It's a raid.
All right, I've initiated the raid. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming. Thank you once again, Frog. You're the best. This was
Absolutely.
so fun. This was so fun. Yeah.
I absolutely had a blast. I've been like swatting at flies for the last hour because I have mead and I haven't been drinking it, and they're just like, ooh, honey.
Ooh, alcoholic honey. Ooh, sign me up.
Ooh, alcohol with sugar. So I'm gonna go finish my drink. Cheers.
So yeah. I'll talk to you all later. I'm raiding now.